Willie D Live.
Here's a question that I have. Knowing how much that you love our people and how passionate you are and how passionate you are about us getting our respect, how did you reconcile what you heard Kanye say when Kanye said that slavery was a choice? Well, how did you? And I know Kanye is a good friend of yours. So
number one, he's bipolar.
How did you deal with that?
I had a conversation with him.
Okay.
So number one, and I had a conversation with Van. So I can show you. I brought Van to and I said, let's talk about this. Now, you know that man is bipolar. Why would you bring him to TMZ and ask him questions while you know he's triggered? He's clinically bipolar. Number one. Number two, I say slavery is a choice right now, but not slavery is a choice back then, right now. For us to think that there are masters is our choice right now. But I don't think he meant back then. But again,
I can accept that. I can accept that.
And that's the thing, is like sometimes I would have conversations with Kanye and he would kind of say what I'm saying, but say it wrong. So it's the context, but you always have to give that man, and even though he's a billionaire, it doesn't mean that he's not bipolar. You know, and he's not going to say he's bipolar, and he's going to get mad at me for saying it, but he's bipolar. Because I've had to deal with it. I've seen it. So I'm like, yo, why? Has anybody ever dealt with somebody that's bipolar? The one thing you don't do when somebody's triggered is put them in front of cameras. The most dangerous thing for a bipolar person is money. A billionaire bipolar means while you're bipolar, everyone's still listening to you. A broke bipolar, they putting you in the room until the ambulance comes. But, you know, if you're making $5-6 million a year with this man, bipolar or not, certain people are still listening. That's why y'all keep listening to him right now. Y'all know he's triggered. Y'all know he's, you know what I mean? It is I don't care what he's saying. Nobody that's bipolar says they're bipolar while they're triggered. No one admits it, like, oh, you know I'm bipolar, I'm having an attack right now. Nah, they just start bugging out. So why would you, like, that's the problem I had with people around him. I'm like, why y'all keep putting him in front of the camera when he's triggered? And I'd have to be the person to say, yo, get off the ranch.
You know, man, I'm really glad that I'm having this conversation with you about Kanye, because I be going in on Kanye ass. And I don't want to go in on Kanye. But I love my people too. And when I feel like we're under attack, I don't care what the ethnicity of the person is, I'm going in.
He deserves it.
Yeah.
He doesn't not want you to go in on him. He does that so you do that. He's a person that pulls triggers. Look at his career. George Bush doesn't like black people. Ran up on Taylor Swift. There's one publicity stunt after another. That's his model, is triggering you. The more, just like Trump. Every time Trump says something racist and we hate it, somebody loves it. He's not talking for us. He's talking for the ones that love it, Trump. You understand what I mean? So it's the same thing. You know, that's why I don't pay him. Like, I already know with him, if, let's say he says, let's do something, sends an order to somebody. If they get it right the first time, he's still going to say he don't like it. Because he's just troll. He's a troll. He got everybody dressing like a crackhead, bro. He's doing this shit on purpose. That's why I be like, don't do that, man. You know what I mean? You know what I mean? Like, I know what you're doing. You trolling. He walking around barefooted. He's trolling. He's like, watch this. I could get dudes to wear tights and barefoot. I'm like, I don't know, you can do that one. But I'm not saying we had that combo. I'm like, when I see it, I'm like, yo, he bugging, but I know he's playing. You know? He wants you to get at him. He does it on, why would he do the things he does if he doesn't want the reaction? And another thing I wanted to say to you, point, you box, right? Yeah. You know that if you brace your face, the punch usually doesn't knock you out. It's the ones you don't see that knock you out. Mm-hmm. So that's why in life, if you walk around with your face out, my shit is just braced because I know I'm going to get hit. So that's the thing. When you get into a ring, you know you're going to get hit. It doesn't mean you stop. It means you block, hit, and then you hit back. Getting hit is part of the game. That's why I love boxing. It's one-on-one and it's life. It's about your stamina, not your skill. You know, your skill is important, but the stamina is way more. You understand what I mean? If you can't pass a minute, it's over. You could look good for 30 seconds, but once you tired and somebody on your head, what you gonna do? And everybody's looking? Nothing.
Well, if you have two people that are skilled and have stamina, the person who's most skilled is going to win that fight.
True. But if they both skilled and one has less stamina and he runs out of gas,
absolutely,
he going.
Yeah.
So yeah, of course, the skill. If they both are, if you have both, then yeah, you're gonna win. But if you don't have stamina, you can't go 14 or 10 rounds. You can't. You could go 1 or 2. That's why I could never really box, because I didn't want to run. like I said, I'll get in the ring and give you a minute or 3. You know what I'm saying? I'll give you 1, but you know what I'm saying? After that, everything. You know what it is. When you just lose, you be like, oh, man, when is this round going to be over? You know what I mean? Once it gets to that point, you're done. Yeah. So so my point is, life is a fight. You have to have stamina. You should have some skill. And you're going to get hit, but you got to hit back. You better block, brace your face when you get hit, because you will, but it won't knock you out. If you act like a punch isn't coming and you're not going to see it, you're going to end up waking up on the floor. And that's life.